to go back to Fitur, judging purely by the book, I'd imagine that these characters required digging deep within yourselves, not just scratching the surface, because these are complex characters. They're dealing with complex emotions. I mean, if we were to take your character, the Estella character is one who could easily come off as not very likable because of what she does and the way that she plays with Pip's heart. Did it require a lot of preparation to really embrace these complexities and to understand these people and to be able to then translate them in a way that they didn't come off as not likable in your case?
You know, I think the first thing I had to accept, and Abhishek helped me accept, was that the character of Firdaus or Estella, who this girl is at many times inherently probably not likable. And there's no need to chase that likability. It's not that we like, if we go through a list of all the people we know in our life, we might not like all of them. Some of them are like, okay, that's a interesting person, or she must have, or he must have their reasons. So the first thing I accepted, and I think we were on the same page about that, was that it doesn't really matter if she's likable all the time. She is a byproduct of what she has been taught to think, and of course, as we all know, you cannot teach people what to think, or if you teach a person what to think, that person is never going to be a very clear person. So once I think that Firdaus in the movie starts understanding that this is what I've been taught to think, but I'm going to know what I actually think only by living life, and only by going through life and experiences. Then I think you actually see a person, which we do get a little chance to see in this movie, the person who she is.
For you, did this require some amount of preparation? Was this a harder part, perhaps?
Yeah, it's a kind of a hard. I felt like it was a hard part. When I read the script, I first put it down for like a month, and I didn't look at it again because I felt like, where do you start? Because in a sense, just from his economic background to where he's been brought up is a very different demographic to where I've been brought up. I'm a city boy, and I talk and behave a certain way. So I kind of slow myself down and unlearn that whole process, of playing a small town guy. And then I sort of wrap my head around this kind of love, right? This guy that's grown up still being in love while receiving no love in return. And there's one way of looking and playing it very straight and just believing it, but there's another thing to really wrap your head around. This is a living person. And how is that really going to go down if you are going to spend your years like loving one person? I haven't felt that. So wrap my head around that and make it kind of believable to myself and justify that was a bit of a stretch.
Given that you all play characters who have a shared history before we see the two of you as adults in the film, what did that require in terms of creating that backstory? I mean, to make it look like that backstory is believable, to make it look like you all have a history when we see you first on the screen. It requires some amount of, getting to know each other, breaking down your walls, just some...
Funny enough, films just throw you into the deep end sometimes. The first day that we shot together, we were shooting the climax of the film. So that required... we just had to wing it. And then from then onwards... we got to shot a lot of the children's portions. So we were lucky enough to be privy to that and then work from there. But did you have to kind of struggle with feeling like...
No, because
we have to believe, right? When we see you, we have to believe that you're already madly in love with her. And we're kind of meant to feel like we don't know where she stands as far as he's concerned.
But somehow I feel that both the characters needed to portray, which is exactly as you said. He needed to seem like he was very in love with this girl, and I needed to seem that I was kind of intimidating him in a way, or he was intimidated by me. I think those things to me kind of inherently meant that we were not so familiar with each other. There's more that sense of looking at a person with the thought in my head that, I know you.
An old friend, right?
But still, I believe she is trying to intimidate him, not obsessively, consciously, but she enjoys the power. I believe that this character enjoys the power that she feels she has over men, or some men.
Is Katrina anything like that character? Does she have that intimidating effect?
She could. She could if she wanted to. If she wanted to turn it on, she could turn it on.
I don't know. I really now for a while.
I
don't know.
I don't think intimidating people is I think if there's ever times where I intimidate people, the funniest thing is it's not intentional. It's one thing when you're intentionally, like, sometimes I ask somebody, like, why is so-and-so seeming a bit, like, sad or seeming a bit odd, and then that person, sometimes I hear a response back, listen, I think she's a little scared or a little bit intimidated. Maybe because I don't know what I'm thinking. So maybe I should help to tell you faster, Don't worry about me.
I don't think
Don't think about me. I ain't thinking about you. I'm in Pluto with my Muse song in my head as my background music. Ignore.
This film took over 2 years to make in a day and age when most films take a few months to complete. What did you need to do to keep yourself inspired and to keep yourself motivated and to keep yourself committed to a project while so much was happening, right? Actors were being replaced, you had to go back and reshoot stuff, because of weather, your lost locations had to go back to Kashmir. All of this was going on, and you had other commitments, and you obviously had a career to carry on with. How does one stay inspired over such a long period?
I think it was different for her.
It was just going to be super different for all of us.
Because she kind of shot in a concentrated span of time. For me, it was kind of long drawn out. So I have to say it was pretty difficult actually to get out of the zone for 2-3 months and then have to get back into the deep end where, dealing with this kind of subject matter, to just get back into that whole, because the last film I did where, like Ashiki, I shot it in 55-60 days, and when you're locked in, it just starts flowing.
Correct.
And you don't have to push it. Over here, I felt like I had to get back and just force it out, sometimes.
And you shot Baar Baar Dekho after Fitoor, and it's more or less done.
No, actually, what happened with this film is it's had a bit of an interesting journey, because the shoot time for me, actually, I think inclusive of even Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara, which was a one schedule film, has been the fastest on Fitoor.
Okay.
I started in January 10th or whatever, and we had wrapped the film completely for me by April. So the process actually was the only on schedule, completely precise, concise. But I just think the release date they wanted was always Valentine's Day of this year. I was supposed to have another release in November, so that the producers of that film and this film are common, and so it was also staggered according to that way. So sometimes things change, but the shoot of this film for me actually was the most concise.
But when I'm guessing you're hearing this all the time, you're young actors, and age has value to it, and especially in the case of actresses, that you're constantly reminded that there's a clock that's ticking. Even for an actor, your youth is prime. It's getting a bit depressing. I mean, especially since the last film didn't work, and now there's been a fair gap between Daawat Ishq and this one. If it was in your hands, would you have liked it differently?
3 releases last year, for sure. Not only for the reason that I would like more releases out there, and because, like you said, I'm youth and all of that.
Yeah.
But I haven't, like I said earlier when I met you, I've not been on set, and I haven't been on set enough.
Right.
I just want to keep acting and keep working. And it's important to be an actor. I'm 30 now.
30. That's so young. I mean, look at George Clooney. I mean, why George Clooney? Look here at all the Khans. They're acting at what age? By that, here you've got another.
No, but I would like to have done more.
20 years.
Yeah,
Don't worry. There's lots of time.
You just not waste your time thinking about things that are not in your control. Then is that what it is?
I think what the statement you've said, I agree with completely, but I have to add the word try.
Sure.
So I try and not waste my time, but that is definitely the mindset which I'm currently trying to follow and trying to keep.
All the best. Thank you so much.
Thank you.